in an unusual way, hearing about a cake competition to make the official Jubilee cake, the Platinum Pudding. And as usual, we'll be learning some related vocabulary as well.
This isn't the first celebration of Queen Elizabeth's reign, the period of time when a monarch rules a country. In 1977, the Queen celebrated her Silver Jubilee, marking 25 years as Queen, followed by her Golden Jubilee in 2002 and her Diamond Jubilee in 2012.
But what's so special about this year's Platinum Jubilee is that Queen Elizabeth II is the first British monarch ever to spend 70 years on the throne. I have a question about it, Sam. Queen Elizabeth II is Britain's longest ever reigning monarch, but who was the previous longest reigning before her? Was it A, Henry VIII, B, Elizabeth I, or C, Queen Victoria?
I know it's C, Queen Victoria.
Okay, I'll reveal the answer at the end of the programme. As the first monarch ever to have a Platinum Jubilee, many celebrations are being planned for the Queen. These include an official birthday parade, Trooping the Colour, which ends with jet planes flying over Buckingham Palace, and the Platinum Pageant, a live concert in front of the palace featuring music and dancing, puppets of the Queen's favourite pets, her corgi dogs, and a performance by Ed Sheeran.
And that's just in London. All across the UK, street parties are being held for people to eat and drink with friends and neighbours. There's a tradition of inventing a new food dish to commemorate Jubilees, going all the way back to the Victoria Sponge, a cake named after Queen Victoria. This year, a competition was held to find a new dish to become the official pudding of the Jubilee. Here's BBC reporter Daniela Ralph to explain more.
First, there was a Victoria sponge, then coronation chicken. Now we have a Queen Elizabeth II platinum pudding. The winning lemon Swiss roll and amaretti trifle is a twist on a traditional trifle, with layers of Swiss roll, jelly, custard, mandarins, amaretti biscuits, and cream.
In 1953, a mix of chicken and curry cream sauce called Coronation Chicken was invented to celebrate Queen Elizabeth's coronation, the ceremony at which she was made Queen.
This year, competition winner Gemma Melvin has invented a lemon and Swiss roll amaretti trifle as the official Jubilee cake. Trifle is a sweet, cold pudding made of 3 layers: a layer of fruit and cake, a layer of custard, and a top layer of cream.
Gemma's Jubilee trifle is a twist on a traditional trifle. When talking about food, people use the phrase a twist on something to describe a new variation of a traditional recipe using different, exciting ingredients.
Gemma learned her winning recipe from her grandmother's. She wants her trifle to be the people's pudding, something to be enjoyed by everyone. Here is Gemma Melvin describing how she felt to discover her trifle had been chosen as the official platinum pudding.
I cannot believe it. Everything that I was up against was just the most beautiful desserts and puddings with beautiful stories. This quite humble trifle has won is a bit surreal.
Gemma describes her trifle as humble, modest, and not proud. Although the pudding contains ingredients like amaretti biscuits and cream, which are good enough for a queen, she wanted to base it on a humble trifle, something everyone around the country can make.
Enjoying a bowl of Gemma's platinum pudding sounds like a great way for some to celebrate the Queen's 70-year reign.
Which reminds me of your question, Neil. We know Elizabeth II has reigned for 70 years, but who was the second longest serving monarch? I said it was C, Queen Victoria.
I'm glad you were so sure because you were correct, Sam. Victoria was queen for almost 64 years, which is a long time, but not as long as Elizabeth.
Okay, let's recap the vocabulary from this programme about the Queen's Jubilee, a celebration of the anniversary of a special event, usually involving the royal family.
A king or queen's reign means the period of time they rule a country.
A coronation is the ceremony at which someone is made monarch, the king or queen.
Trifle is a popular pudding made of a layer of fruit and cake, a layer of custard, and a top layer of cream.
If you say a food dish is a twist on something, you mean it's a variation of a traditional recipe, using new and exciting ingredients.
And finally, someone who is humble is modest and not proud.
If you were inspired by this recipe, why not try making it? But that's all from us. Goodbye for now.
Goodbye.
6 Minute English
from the BBC.
Okay, so what I'm doing, I send you this link where you have, of course, everything and the audio, but you also have all the transcript. Okay, so you can just have a look. And then from here, it's interesting because you got so many episodes of 6 Minute English that I suggest you just to try them on because they are easy and sometimes even interesting, but very useful, especially you see this one that was the episode of the 22nd of June of the, yes, but they issue new podcast every day. So we are going now to have a look to this. Okay, always related to the Jubilee. Okay, so let's see what is a Platinum Jubilee. We already know. But how and when did Princess Elizabeth became Queen? Marty, could you please read?
Yes. King George the Sixth died on 6 February 1952.
Yes.
His daughter, Princess Elizabeth, was only 25 years old at the time and was on a royal tour in Kenya with her husband, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh.
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 Edinburgh. Edinburgh.
I know that is strange because it's finished with an A, but that is the spelling of this word is Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
No, without G. You don't even mention the G. Don't look at the word. Look at me and repeat Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yes.
Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I know, it's strange. I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Philip informed Elizabeth of her father's death, and she immediately returned to the UK as queen. Although she was not crowned until 2 June.
The 2nd of June.
The 2nd of June, 1953.
Yes.
No other British monarch has lived or reigned for as long as she has, and no other female head of state has served so many years.
Okay, so what about the Jubilee celebrations?
From the 2nd to the 5th June, there will be a 4-day-long weekend for people in the UK. There are lots of special events planned, including the Queen's Birthday Parade,
Yes.
which will take place on Tuesday, the 2nd June. Members of the royal family will travel in carriages, along with 1,400 soldiers, 200 horses, and 400 musicians.
Yes.
The parade will leave Buckingham Palace and go along a very famous London street called the Mall. On Saturday, the 4th June, there will be a live concert called the Platinum Party at the Palace, where lots of celebrities will perform. On Sunday, the 5th June, people across the country are encouraged to hold street parties and have lunch outside with their neighborhoods.
Neighbors, yes. Okay, Ross, could you please read the last paragraph?
Yes. One of the more original events to celebrate the platinum. Do you listen?
Yeah,
listen
very
me?
well.
Okay.
Loud and clear.
One of the more original events to celebrate the Platinum Jubilee is a baking competition. The Platinum Pudding competition is open to all residents. Pudding. Huh?
Pudding.
Pudding. The Platinum Pudding competition is open to all residents of the UK who are aged 8 or older. They have to send in their recipe and a photo of the pudding or dessert that they've created. You can see some of the competition entries on Instagram using the hashtag platinum pudding. Another unusual initiative to mark the event is the Queen's Green Canopy. The slogan is plant a tree for the Jubilee, and people are encouraged to plant trees throughout 2022 to ensure a greener future for the country. The project is working to protect 70 types of ancient trees, whether it's what? Sorry, because
street parties.
Oh, whether it's street parties, parades, puddings, or planting trees, there really is something for everyone to mark the Platinum Jubilee of the Queen.
Okay, so now let's have this task and let's see what do you remember. Okay, make some true and false question. Okay, let's start, Marty.
A jubilee is a type of anniversary to mark an important event. True.
Ross.
The Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrates 50 years of her reign. I don't remember.
Platinum, 50 years?
No, false.
False. 35.
Princess Elizabeth was 21 years old when her father died and she became queen. False, because she was 25 years old.
Super girls.
She is the longest reigning British monarch in history. True.
In June, there will be a 4-day long weekend for people in the UK. True?
In the Queen's birthday parade, members of the royal family will walk along the streets. I don't remember because sometimes I didn't hear anything because of my connection.
Try it.
False.
There will be a live concert where lots of celebrities will perform.
Celebrities.
Yes, true.
People across the country will hold street parties with their neighbors. False.
Anyone over the age of 18 can take part in a baking competition by sending in a recipe and photo. And false. because I remember from 8 years and
Yes,
older.
from 8 and older.
From 8 and older.
People are encouraged to plant trees as part of a special project. True.
Okay, let's see how many. You did. Finish. Just one missing. That is, people across the country will hold street party. It's true, they do. They do street party with their neighbors. It's not false, it's real. Yes, so they don't go on the parade, but they are just the soldiers, the horses, and everything, not the members of the royal family. They will, and they never walk. Yes, they never work. If they could go on carriages, but never walking. Very good. Let's get into task 2. Okay, now we have to put the right word in the right place. Starting, Marty.
The Queen's reign.
Then you can move it, see if you're not sure about it.
The Queen's reign to the throne. No, yes. Reign. To the throne took place in 1952.
Ross. Queen Elizabeth II is the first female monarch to.
Maybe I'm wrong. I was wrong.
So probably because reign.
Reign is the second.
Reign is the second.
Yes.
Which could be the first one.
Accession.
Plant. Martina.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Sorry. Plant a tree for the jubilees is the for the Queen's Green Canopy project.
See.
Slow. Is the slogan.
It is slogan. Slogan.
Okay.
Okay. And for
me.
Yeah, Annie.
The parade.
Members of the royal family will travel in carriages during the parade.
Will take place all over the country as groups of neighbors have lunch together. Street parties. That's right.
To take part in the platinum pudding competition, you have to send in the for your special dessert. In the recipe.
Yes, send in the recipe.
The recipe.
And then
to see some of the pudding competition entries, you can put into Instagram. But before the platinum, I don't remember the how do you say the symbol of before platinum.
How do you call it? Marty, do you know it?
Can you repeat, please?
The name is asking the name of the symbol that you put to have the immediate link to something.
Hashtag. No.
Yes.
Hashtag. Yes.
Hashtag
Sorry.
is the
Yes.
hashtag.
Hashtag platinum pudding.
Yeah.
Yes, because do you know?
Because actually you can call it the symbol. I mean, even before the internet, we used this symbol that was on the telephone, and it's called the hash mark. Usually was the hash mark. That's why it's called hashtag, because we call it cancelletto in English is hash mark. Okay, that is
Hash mark.
usually is like the pound sign.
But in this
also.
case,
In this case, is hashtag, because when it's put just before a name, and you can click on it and you find all the various references where there is this word, is a new word that is called hashtag, because hash is this and tag is the reference. Because in Italian we say taggare qualcuno quando mettiamo la referenza di una persona. So it's the reference to something. They just send you to the reference. Okay, that is the hash. The hash. Okay, that was perfect for you. And I wanted to go with 3 words on my and your vocabulary. That you were puzzled for the
accession.
I think it's a kind of word that you should be aware of, because you use there's a program on Word on Microsoft that is called Access. And this is the usual probably when you have double C and you put the sound X. Okay, accession. Okay. So the accession is the time when someone starts a position of authority, especially a king or a queen, is the accession. The other strange word that I don't know if we found it on the dictionary, because it's a noun, a personal noun, that is Edinburgh, but we probably found it.
Oh. Edinburgh.
Listen.
Edinburgh.
Not for the Americans, of course, but the Americans, they don't know.
Edinburgh.
But it's even worse.
Edinburgh.
You know, there's a way, if you go on internet and you just digit, even on YouTube, and you digit how to pronounce, is there are thousands, millions of videos where they just pronounce a word. So if I digit here, do you see my YouTube? Do you see my YouTube now?
Yeah, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
How do you pronounce, or how do you say, let's say pronounce, I don't know, any word, because there are all these websites that they are called how to pronounce a word. You just go on YouTube and you found all the words of the word, but be careful who is, that is, how to pronounce the oh, sorry.
Edinburgh.
Yeah, I put too many.
Edinburgh. Me lo ripeto tutti i giorni.
This is Scottish.
Win at work by communicating effectively. With
I don't
Grammarly,
know, it
meet
could be
Pat.
useless,
He is
completely
emailing a
useless,
difficult.
but you never know.
No, però
We are looking
vorrei
at how to
andare
pronounce the
qui.
name of the capital
Edinburgh.
city of Scotland
Edinburgh.
in the UK. How do you go about saying it? Edinburgh.
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 Or
Scotland.
listen to this.
Here are more videos on how to pronounce the names. How to pronounce the name of this famous British sauce in all the most common languages from around the world. Let's start with French. Comment dire Worcestershire, s'il vous plaît. Worcestershire sauce.
No, because each one say in a different way, but there's just one way to say it. Okay. Stop saying wrong. Oh, she's
Hi
really.
students, in today's English pronunciation lesson, I'm going to teach you the pronunciation of this word, which is the capital city of Scotland. And the reason this is a very important pronunciation lesson for you as an English learner is because it's a commonly mispronounced word. And the reason is because of this nightmare spelling. You see this and you create all kinds of endings for the word. So we will begin by starting with the IPA. The first thing I want you to notice here is that there are 3 syllables in this word. It's a very long word in terms of spelling, but in syllables, there are only 3 sounds.
Come si dice? The will to live.
If we look together with me now, Edinburgh.
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 Edinburgh. That's it. Okay. And there was another word that you were mispronouncing that I don't remember.
Recipe.
Oh, recipe. Yeah.
Recipe.
Yeah. You're right. No.
Bambini.
Your children there.
Recipe. Recipe. Recipe.
Okay.
Recipe.
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 Yeah.
Recipe.
Recipe. Okay.
Ah,
But
la
your
ricetta.
pronunciation is, yes, ricetta. That is very different from receipt. The receipt
che
is
l'ha
the one that
ricevuta.
you get. Yeah, that's it. The one in when you get when you buy something, and this is a recipe that is completely different. Okay. What else? I was preparing something different here. Okay. Task 1 and 2. Oh, the trifle, because I want to go to that Instagram and put the this hashtag humble. Where's the hashtag?
Platinum pudding. Era?
Oh yeah, that the other word was pudding. Because I don't
Pudding.
know yeah, of course, because you see a normal U and usually it's spelled with an A very often, but it's not like butcher. These are all strange pronunciations.
Pudding. Pudding. Pudding.
With a U,
Pudding.
Pudding.
like bull. Pudding.
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 Or how do you say in English macellaio?
Con la B.
Yes.
Biff. Biff. No so.
Here we are.
Butcher.
Butcher.
But it's butcher.
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 No, butcher.
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 Butcher. Butcher.
Ah, come la buccia.
Yeah. Or another word that you could mispronounce is this.
Bush.
You probably know because of the president, the former
Yes.
president of the United States. But before that, I listened to many people that they were saying bush. It's not bush, but it's
Bush.
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 Like
It's
push.
Bush.
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 Or push.
Or push.
Push.
Yes, like push.
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 So
Butcher.
you see, sometimes, not always, when you have a single U, you have to pronounce ah. The sound ah, like up. I mean, when you got up, the sound is a. Ah. Sound up. But otherwise, it's not always the same. So you have to be quite careful in listening. But there are these all these means that you can how to pronounce is very nice. For example, something. Oh, there's another one. Oh, this one. How to say? How do you pronounce it?
Choir.
And you, Ross?
Sorry?
How do you pronounce it?
Choy. Choy.
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want, and you never need to pick up a camera or you.
We are looking at how to pronounce this word in English, designating a group of people who sing together. How do you go about pronouncing it? Choir. Choir.
Ah, choir.
Choir.
Choy.
Pretty straightforward once you know.
Choir.
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 Did you get it?
Come
Let me know
chords.
in the comments.
How?
Come chords.
In
Like
the sense
chords.
of
CHORD.
no, it's different. Because this one, listen here, is you got a better sound.
Choir. Choir.
You see, choir.
Choir. Choir.
What
Choir.
you say was probably curse, that is maledire. This one,
Ma io?
yes.
Ah, no,
Curse.
dicevo
Curse.
gli accordi della chitarra.
Ah.
Chords and not chords.
This one.
With the
Yes.
yes instead of yes.
Do you play guitar?
Chord.
Chore.
Chore.
Chore. Chore.
Chore.
And CHORD.
Oh, yes.
Chord.
Chord.
No, this is chord.
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 So this GH is really puzzling.
Different.
Yeah, you got all the kind of pronunciation. So it's better that you are looking for each single word and you see the real pronunciation of each one, because there's no rule, because usually it's very often pronounced as ch, ch, but not always. So sometimes you need to go there several times, not just once, because it's so unusual that you need more time to get into it.
Yes.
Okay. So now I was looking this. For example, this girl.
Perché i bambini apprendono velocemente persino 3 o 4 lingue, mentre gli adulti faticano anche...
Rural. She's got a very good pronunciation. And the only thing is that you have some of their videos, they are free. And then probably she's even selling a lot. But
so people
this is the right pronunciation of the previous word. You remember?
But it should be
Worcester.
Worcestershire. How do we pronounce? And that brings me on to my next one, number 4, which is this. Is it sheer? Is it shire? Or is it shire? The answer is it can be all of them. Officially, it should be shire.
Because the proper name, you know, when there are names of a place or nouns, it's difficult because you can pronounce it in a different way.
A lot of people want to say prelude. Prelude. It should be prelude. The next one, number 6. Are we on number 6? Yes. The next one, number 6, is a word that most native people will know, but when I was teaching Spaniards English, they never knew how to pronounce it because it's quite a complicated spelling. It's this one. How do we say it? It's squirrel.
Squirrel. No, for us, it's easy.
With Chinese as a mother tongue, that might be a really difficult one.
This is interesting.
Jura. Also, people suffer with
what else?
It's spherical. Because we have a sphere and a sphere is spherical, but it should be.
So if you go on the YouTube and you look, this is
number
English
9,
with Lucy.
This one, Frenchies, where are you?
Good,
because this one is yours.
Because she's explained quite well. But as I told you in other occasion, it's okay for you that you are over an intermediate level, because otherwise they do not explain in Italian for beginners or elementary or even lower intermediate. It's not good because it's okay if you repeat them, but not when they explain grammar, because you don't understand. For you, it's okay. Now you are at the level that you can just follow any kind of teacher you find even on the internet, so don't worry about it. Okay, so from tomorrow I'm gonna start the conversation course for July. Yes, it will be on Tuesday and Thursday for 2 hours in the evening. And we are going to deal with an actual thread, so something that is of a common interest, and then a part of vocabulary. So if you are interested or you want to tell to somebody, we start tomorrow. Otherwise, with Marty, you have to let me know when do you want we get our next private lessons?
Yes.
Because we were thinking about tomorrow at 4 o'clock, but I don't know if you got something more.
When you